Jardon, welcome to another one of my Elite Dangerous videos to show you how to do things. This one's how to shoot Thargoids the very easy way. I did another one which was the easy way. This way is even easier. You have to do a little bit of preparation work though to get the right ship. I'm going to show you everything sort of in stages. First of all, I'll quickly show you the loadout. Then I'll show you them working in practice. Then I'm going to show you how to come to a place like this to find easy to shoot Thargoids. And then I'll go in a bit more detail about how to get the weapons and things like that at the end. And at the very end, I'll show you how it works on a Medusa. I'm not going to do a Hydra because it just takes too long. But I'll describe everything along the way. So first of all, the loadout. I'm just going to skim through here very quickly because you probably, if you're going to shoot Thargoid, you probably know things anyway. But the concept is this shutdown field neutralizer you're going to need because you keep getting shut down, and you're not going to cover all of them. And if you do get shut down, it's not really a problem anyway. But so it is sort of optional, but it's convenient more than anything. Just stops you having to twiddle your thumbs for a minute while you wait for your ship to come back online. The Xeno scanner is very useful. Again, not 100% essential. It tells you the state of the shields and the hull at any point in time, even without scanning. So just having it is all you need. The rest of it, as many heat sinks as you can get, because you're going to get quite toasty. Then the only weapons you need are these 6 modified Guardian shard cannons, not the normal ones, the modified ones that you get from Mbuni. Show you all that later. You could put 2 thermal vent long range lasers in there if you wanted to, but I wouldn't use them if I had them, so that's why they're empty. Right, so shieldless build. This empty one here is the stabilizer thing that you get from any rescue ship. I can't remember what they call it exactly, but it's a stabilizer that allows you to have the 2 extra AX weapons, so that's fairly essential. So you have to go and get that. So all heavy-duty hull reinforcements with deep plating for the maximum hit points, and you want at least 2 decent-sized Guardian module reinforcements. I've got one there. I've got a class 4 and a class 1, so 2 class 5s, 2 class 4s and a class 1 probably be okay. You do take a lot of heat damage, and also I think the Thargoid weapons give bleed through because you're going to get all sorts of messages about things not working. You don't have to worry about any of that. Just carry on as if it's not happening the best you can. And they normally come back to life after a bit. In the main stuff, the only really important thing is the thrusters. You need them to be absolutely as fast as possible, and the power distributor as well needs to be as much charge as possible. So I've got charge enhanced there. I haven't tried a weapons focus one yet because they're shieldless. There might be some merit in that. I need to test it, find out. I haven't done that yet. Sensors, the longer the range, the better. So I've got A grade with long range, and that's really useful because the Thargoids do go a long way from you, and it does help you track them down. Military grade composites. I don't know where that's a bit. I've seen somebody using the mirrored one, but I don't know the stats exactly. But this works fine. Another thing, just before we go out, just talk a little about pips and instances. So pips general configuration should be 114. The weapons, you must have 4 pips in the weapons when you're firing them, otherwise you don't do enough damage. So general principle is always to have a full magazine when you start going in for the kill, and make sure you got four pips there. So if you want to get around the place, swap them between engines and weapons, and try and always keep that one in the system. So there's 2 reasons. One, you always need to use that shutdown field at an instant, in an instant, and if you don't have enough energy in the capacitor, it won't last long enough. So ideally, you want to, the moment you see that you get that field warning, put 4 pips to systems. That makes it last even longer. So it's about 2 or 3 seconds after you get the warning, so you've got a bit of a time to adjust. And even if you only got a little bit in the capacitor, if you time it right, you're covered. But it's pretty difficult. if you haven't got a full capacitor. And if you've got no energy in that capacitor, the heat sinks won't work either. So be mindful of that. If you find out you're not cooling down, it's probably because you've got no pips to your systems. Right, instances, um, they're variable. So typically when you take off, there'll be a whole load of scouts there, and scouts, you deal with the scouts about 5 minutes. And I think it's independent of whether you kill any or not. You can just sit there and wait. And after about 5 minutes, the Thargoids turn up. And of course, they announce themselves with the shutdown field. So typically, you'll get the anomaly detected. So a hint that they're coming, and that can hint at any time that they're coming. It's not 100%. If you see an anomaly detected, you know, many cases after that, you'll get the shutdown field come, so you can be ready for it. And once they've arrived, there can be like you get 3 or 4 at a time, and then you kill those, and then another few turn up, and you kill those, another few turn, so on and so forth. So typically, there will be about 12 to 20 Cyclops that you kill in each instance, and then about 1 in 3 times you'll get 2 basilisks mixed in with them. Typically, right at the beginning, the first one you kill, you go for is often the basilisk, and if there's one, there's normally another one. So 2 basilisks, and then all the rest will be Cyclops. About 10 of them, or something like that, before the battle's over. Then the other possibility is a Medusa. So Medusa comes maybe 1 in 5 times, and typically is all Cyclops, but you can get a basilisk with it as well. Then when you've killed them all, the instance resets, and as you're on your way back to the station, the Hydras will turn up, always 2 of them, and normally accompanied very quickly after by a couple 2 or 3 Cyclops and a load more scouts. So you don't have to worry about it. If you just go back straight to the station, what you can do is log, reset the instance, and start again. If you don't want to deal with the Hydras, you need a bit of practice before you deal with those. And what was the other thing? Yeah, so you can expect a lot of shutdowns on the way back to the station after the instance is finished. So I think that's everything. So now we'll go and do some killing. Now, you will see some videos of people sort of more or less one-shotting Thargoids, but that doesn't work like that. They're being a bit just disingenuous, I think, unless they know something I don't. I wouldn't surprise me if they're using premium ammo, which I don't. So I found that if you give the full 5 shots to a new Thargoid, you can get it down to about 20% hull, but you can't finish it off. So you need a slightly different technique for that. So when I take off, I normally just kill any nearby scouts. So the Thargoids haven't come yet. So I'm at a base at the moment, and the reason we come here is because there's no swarms on the Thargoids. So this method works against Thargoids with swarms as well. I got interdicted, and I didn't have any trouble taking a gang of scouts and the main man, which was a Cyclops. I didn't have any trouble taking them down. So these shard cannons, you do have to be very close to shoot a scout. So normally when you take off, there's a load of scouts around. You've got to get a load of those first. Oh, I've got that one yet. Don't worry about contamination, because you can land at any time and repair. Same with the big Thargoids. You don't have to worry about that too much. Here's the energy set. This is the Thargoids coming. So I need to get the pips. No, I couldn't quite do it. But hold down your shutdown field neutralizer and see the Thargoid there. So I'm just going to deal with this scout, and then we'll go on to that. That's it done. So I'm just going to land, make myself nice and fresh. So you don't have to worry about anybody shooting you or anything like that. The ship's, with all those hull reinforcements, very strong. So the basic concept is you go out there and you shoot Thargoids until you got to 60% hull, and then you come back and repair. It doesn't matter which variant you're getting, same rule applies. So, because I'm shieldless, so as long as my buttons work, they don't always, I can turn around very quickly. I'm working this time, so that's alright. So just launch straight away. Thargoid's up there, you can target it now. It's 2. Here's the one right nearby by the looks of it. So the technique doesn't always work. There's always confounding factors in there, but so I hope I can get a nice clean one to start with. So there he is. It's probably going to be a basilisk just to make life difficult for me. So you want to get reasonably close, about 1.5 kilometers. And when they're fighting an NPC, it does make it a little bit more tricky because they don't face you. So he's running away now. So they spend a lot of time running away from you, unfortunately. But they also do come charging at you. Right, so here we go. Get nice and close. Shoot him. Hopefully he'll turn around to us. There we go. So we've got 4 shots now in the magazine. There's 5 in the magazine. So just face him and get that heart. Oops, missed. Not going to get it. Right, now just waste the other shots on it. You won't do anything. Right, so he's got his shields now. He might lightning us. I'm not worried about that. I waited for my magazine to reload. Now I can shoot him. 1, 2, 3. Heatsink. 4, 5. That's it. Now I've got his heart out. I just wait for the reload again. As soon as I've reloaded, I see the 5 in the thing. 1, 2, 3, heatsink, 4, and he's dead. Another heatsink to cool down. So ideally, you want 1 heatsink before you start, 1 in the middle, and 1 at the end, and that should keep you fairly cool. Now, I think there's an option where you can also, if you put them in a fire group, your heatsinks, because you've got a spare trigger, you can fire 2 or 3 heatsinks at the same time. So that would work as well. Just fire them afterwards and cool down really rapidly. So here we go again. Same thing. Shoot him till he turns round. Hopefully he will. If not, you've got to get round the front to shoot the heart. Here we go. 1. Waste the other 3 shots. Heatsink. So, oh, I've got 1 left. So, wait for the reload. The timing's important regarding the reload. That's the main thing. So I'm going to do a heatsink. Take his shields down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's dead already. So sometimes they go easier than others. So I'm nice and cool. There's another one over there. So this is easier than shooting NPCs, in a resource extraction site. So if you've done any combat at all, you can do this. So it's a little bit more tricky when you get the other variants, but I'll explain those. So get his heart out. I can just waste these shots to get the magazine empty, fire a heatsink to stop overheating. Right, he hasn't got his shields now, so I can actually get him now. 1, 2. Oh, if he doesn't go to the sideline. 3, 4, 5. No. See what happens. Time is important. You need to be square on. So don't have to worry about that. So he's got his shields now. I've reloaded. So here we go. Take his shields down. I don't want to do any more than take his shields down, because I need the 5 shots to kill him. Now he's got them back again. So heat sinks. Right, that's his shields gone. So cool down again. Wait for the reload. This time hopefully. Right, here we go then. Heat sink. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's gone. Heat sink. So each time you overheat a bit, and you can use that overheating to get rid of the contamination as well. That's I didn't get hot enough that time. So any time you want to get rid of the contamination, you just got to fire 5 shots and you get hot enough. So what I can expect now, we've done 4. So you've probably taken a bit of heat damage. So if you look at your modules, let's see if we can have a look. So yeah, you can see like we're down in a 60%, 40% for one of the shard cannons. The buttons have stopped working again. I'm having trouble with one of my 6 as it's going now. So you can see some of the modules take a bit of damage. So after 4, what you can do is come in and repair if you want. Normally you can get about 5 or 6 if it all goes well like that. And so yeah, you see occasionally they give out decontamination limpets, but you don't need to rely on those. So let's just land. So that's it in principle. So the idea is you need 5 shots in the magazine to definitely kill it. So 1 to get the heart, and the other 4 to just bash down its hull to 0. You can do it with 4 shots on after the 2nd heart, but you can't guarantee it. And it depends how close you are, because there's a damage fall off with the weapons as well. You need to be nice and close. And if they're fighting an NPC, they twist about a bit and you can't get a decent shot at them. So that can be a little bit of a problem. Right, so I'll just go in the hangar and then I can describe the other ones. So you can't tell the difference between a basilisk and a cyclops by appearance. So the only way you know the difference is you take a few shots at its heart and it doesn't seem to go so easily. And then when you do get the heart, it'll be showing 84% hull instead of 80%. So when you get the first heart of a cyclops, it shows 80% hull. A basilisk, it's 84%. A Medusa, it's 86%. And I think Hydra's 91%. And then they go down proportionally with each heart. So a Cyclops has 4 hearts, a Basilisk 5, a Medusa 6, and I'm not too sure about Hydra, is it 8? That's a lot anyway. But what you do with a Basilisk, now if it all goes according to plan, you can kill them in one go. Now, I don't mean like in one shot, but without having to go back for repair. But it does depend on a bit of luck and other things. So basically, you use the same process. You shoot its shields and then shoot its heart, and then you can have a go at it after that. But they're much tougher, so firing more shots at them is a bit of a waste of time. Until they got their shields, then you use more shots to knock their shields down. When their shields down, you've got to knock their hull down. Then the heart comes out, then you can shoot the heart, and you go through that iterative process. But immediately after the heart, their hull is still, they've got no shields for just a few seconds. That's when you can kill them. You can't kill a Basilisk, Hydra, or Medusa at that stage. So just hold your fire and wait for its shields, and then shoot its shields. And then when you've got the shields down, you can go through it. But with a Basilisk, if you get down to 60% hull at any time, so you might get 2 or 3 hearts or something like that, or maybe even 1 in the beginning until you get used to it, go back and repair. It'll still be there, come back, and by that time its shields have probably whittled themselves down. And then you can go for it in the next stage. One shot and its heart will be out. At least you can get that heart. So when you come to the Medusa, slightly different. What the goal is you shoot the hull enough to get the heart out, and then you shoot the heart. The moment you have that heart, and it's quite easy to get it, it'll take you about 3 or 4 shots to get the heart out, and maybe 2 or 3 to get the heart. Don't hang about. Just go straight to the station as soon as you've got that heart, and then wait in the station. Target it in the station. So if you know you look for it, they normally follow you down the tougher ones. So you just target it there like that, and then you'll see it at the left side of your HUD there. And what you're looking for is its shields. Just watch it. It's that one I got targeted. It's got no shields at the moment because it's newly in. And so the Medusa will show some percentage of hit shields, and you can just watch them go down. And when they're zero, just go out and get it. It's dead easy then. Another few shots, hearts out, bang the heart, and then straight back again. And then wait again. Just takes a little while, but 10 minutes to get a Medusa, but at least it's safe. And you will go back with about 70% hull each time. So don't ever think when you've got 80% hull, I'm not too bad, or even 90%, I can get that next heart, because you've got to get its shields down, and that takes a fair while. And while you take the shields down, you go down very fast, and suddenly you realise you've only got 50% hull, and you're out there with it, and you're a long way from the station. So best is use that rule: 60% hull, just go straight for the station. With a Medusa, just kill the one heart and go back. When it comes to a Hydra, same process as a Medusa, but often you can't even get a heart. So you just shoot it for a bit, and you're taking a lot of damage. You're at 60% hull. Just go back to the station, repair, and then come back out fresh and shoot again until you get that heart. Then go straight back to the station, and so on. So you get roughly, in the beginning, two. You're going to practice on Cyclops first of all, so you can get two hearts. Sorry, one heart per two trips, two repairs. So just take your time and do it, and it's sure as exit. You can do it. Don't panic. Don't have to worry about taking damage or anything like that. Don't worry about the lightning. Nobody lightning me there, but you can get. The lightning does no damage at all to a hull. It does damage to the shields. So the lightning is the perfect situation where you can shoot its heart, because it's just sitting there lightning at you. The heart's sitting there in front of you. They twist you around a bit, so you have to wait. And as soon as you got that shot at heart, shoot the heart, bang, 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 and its hull's gone, and on to the next one. So don't worry, don't panic about anything. And all these things, like after you've overheated a bit, you're going to see things going offline and coming back. If you get shut down, don't panic. They don't do much damage. 3% hull or something like that. They shoot you a bit and they wander off and should go and shoot somebody else. It's all programmed in. The very worst thing is boosting into the ground when you boost down to the station and then you get shut down. So in the beginning, the shutdown field, you're not going to be sensitized. It's going to be going off all the time. What the goal is, as soon as you see that message, energy surge detected, put 4 pips to systems and hold down that button. And I got my buttons all messed up at the moment because some of them are not working, so I didn't do that very well in that one. But watch out, after you've killed 4 Thargoids and you're heading back to the station, there will be new ones spawning in, so you can expect one or more of the energy surges when you go back, even as you're about to land. Just when you're all busy with your landing, getting your landing gear down, or open up your panel or something, surge detected, and your fingers are all over the place, and then you can get shut down. And so just be mindful of that. And when you're shooting the Thargoid, you're concentrating so much on that, you don't see the shutdown field when another one's spawned in. So every new Thargoid coming in announces himself with a shutdown field. So sometimes you only get one shutdown field for 2 or 3 Thargoids, but other times they come in series. So your shutdown field neutralizer does have a sort of cooldown on it from using it. It has to reload, and if you get 2 in succession, you're going to get shut down by the second one. So nothing you can do, just wait and then carry on where you left off. Just a nuisance more than anything. So that's it for how to shoot Thargoids. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to find this, a place like this. So I open up the galaxy map, and one thing that you're going to find really useful is to have a fast ship with a good jump range, because what we're looking at is all the Thargoid attack systems with looks like a skull and crossbones. I don't know what it's supposed to be. These red ones, not this one with a hollow symbol. So when you click on any of those, I've got the information on that. So I click on that. If you've got the system information, so much the better. So when I'm looking here, so this one's a possible one. So what you're looking for is a planet, not a station. It's got to be a planet that's under attack. So if you've got the information on the planet, come on. So it's telling me 1.65 G. That's too much. You don't want any planet with more than 0.3 G. So generally, as I can give you a general rule, that you won't find that on one of these main planets. It's normally these side ones, the ones that come out the side. So if you see one of these with a red marker on, it's a good possibility. So if I just show you, let's just choose another one at random, so you get the idea. So I haven't been there before. Nothing can do. I don't know anything about that, whether it's good or bad. So when I go to the one here, which I'm at, now you're going to see an exception to my rule. I said never the main planets, but this one, when I clicked on it, I noticed that it's only 0.00646 Earth masses, so that's pretty light. So gravity normally goes with mass. So if it was the same mass as the Earth, you'd expect it to have the same gravity as the Earth. So I was expecting that one to be like really low. So it seems to have broken the rule, but 0.16 G, it should be 0.0046 G in theory. But anyway, it's 0.16 G. So anything below 0.3 is okay. Anything below 0.15 is quite good. So it's a question of the more the worse, or the less the better. So I found this planet here and found a gravity. So that's a candidate. It's got a base station, so under attack. So that's where we go to fight them. Now, on a Thursday, it all changes. There's no good coming here where I am, this place, because it'll be over by the time you've watched this video. So what you have to do is get in your fast ship with a good jump range and just go on a tour. So choose an area like this where there's a group of them together. Go there, until you find one with a planet that's got less than 0.15, well, ideally less than 0.15 G. So, or definitely less than 0.3. And when you arrive there, just honk the system so you see the planets and which one's under attack at least, but you still don't get the gravity. You have to go and visit the planet. And once you get there, the gravity comes up, and then you can see that it's not too bad. But that, if you use that rule that I've said, that the side planets are usually okay and the main ones are not, then that gives you a good clues whether you got a chance there. And the reason you need a fast ship, I use an Orca with a speed of 640 meters per second. The Thargoids don't trouble me. They can hyperdict me all day long. They can't even land a shot. I'm gone before they can't catch up. The moment they pull me out, I boost, and then I'm out of range already. So just keep boosting until your frameshift cools down, and then get on your way. Same with the interdictions. Just boost. Don't even need shield. I don't even have shields on it. Just keep boosting. They never land a shot. So it's really good for, doing a recce of the Thargoid places, because they just can't get close to you. Much better than having a big shielded ship or something, because you got the speed and the jump range. Just makes everything quicker. So that's what I would say. Every Thursday I jump in that ship and then go around, find a new place. Then as soon as I found somebody, I go to the nearest station with a shipyard, and then call my combat ship over, and then go there and start shooting. So that's how that works. So I just want to go through the weapons now, how to get them. So if you type in modified Guardian shard cannon into Google, you'll find a link to this place, which is the wiki. Tells you all about Guardian shard cannon. So down the list is the actual modified ones, which you're after, and you get these from Mbuni. Mbuni is permit locked, so you can't go directly there. You have to go to a nearby system. I think this one, I can't remember the name of it. It's something like LHS. I think it's got a 1, 2, and a 6 and a 3, or maybe a 9 in the numbers. It's a number like that. You'll see it right next to Mbuni. You go there, the main faction is there as well. So um, just run some missions for them for an evening, and you got to get allied, and then they give you the permit. Um, you could try taking some uh, exploration data there to jumpstart it, to get rep with the main faction, or even do a bit of bounty farming there or something. If you don't want to run missions, either should work. But you're going to need like probably 10 million in bounties or astro data to get up to allied, something of that order. So you can have a go at that. And once you've got those, once you've unlocked Mbuni, do that first. Then maybe go to the Guardian site and get all the materials. So you're going to need the wreckage components, which you get from shooting the Sentinels there. So you're going to do a lap to get the weapon blueprint, and during that, I'll just explain a bit more about that in a minute. During that, you shoot a few Sentinels, and they drop these wreckage components. I pick them up, or just pick up everything because you might need it for something else later. The technology components you get from the pillars, I'll explain those in just a minute. Germanium is just a normal raw material that you can. It's a grade 2, so you can trade it down from something else, or you're going to have to go and get it. You're going to need 4 for each one, so it's 24 altogether. It's not a lot. I can't remember what the top of the tree one is, the grade 4 material, but one of those gives you 27 germanium if you've got it. So find a material trader, hopefully, and that'll get you your 24 germanium. Power converters you have to buy from a normal market, so you've got to search for it as a commodity, find out who's selling it, then go and get the 12 that you need. Right, so let's just have a look at the Guardian site. I got a photograph of it here. This one here is Sign UEFI or Sign Youth EU-Q C21-10. That's quite an easy one compared with some of the others. And I'm pretty sure it's planet C3. It doesn't say that here. I think that's the one. When you get there, should come up on your nav panel, Guardian structure or something like that. And I don't know if you have to visit the nav beacon to get that data initially. So maybe it might be worth, when you go there, just go to the nav beacon, scan it, and then go on to planet C3, and it should show up then. And in case you haven't done it before, it's a bit of a mini game. There's these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pillars that when you stand next to them, they rise up out of the ground. They got a little bit you can shoot. You shoot it, and then it charges them up, and a beam comes out the top. And then you go on to the next one, and there's a timer. So you do these 2 first. That one then activates the other ones, so that they work. They don't work until you've done these 2. So raise up these 2, shoot them, then maybe go to this one, then maybe to this one, then this one, then all the way back up the middle to this one, and then back here. And you've got to also collect a relic from a tower, like here and here. Behind the pillar that you shoot is a tower with a bright light on the top, and that bright light at the top is the you just shoot it and you get the what do I call it? I can't remember what I called it now, but you get it, and then you drop it in front of the altar at the top here. And then the thing rises up, you scan it, and you get your blueprint. So while you're doing these, where those red things are, Sentinels spawn. They're dead easy. They shoot you a little bit, but not too bad. So you can kill them quite easily, and then get the materials they drop. Now at the back of the site here is 3 leaning pillars, and it's normally the bottom segment gives you that technology component. And this map here mentions right at the back here, there's a panel, destructible panel that you can shoot and get another one. I'm not too sure about that. There's definitely one here in this one, which they don't mention. I'm not too sure where that relates to another site or similar site or something. But either way, so you might get 3 or 4 of them altogether. These pillars don't always give them. So you normally get at least 2 from the 3 pillars. So then try that one, and definitely try that one because I was getting 100% of them from that one. So that's how you get all your stuff. There's loads of videos on doing Guardian. Just type that in to go to YouTube, and you'll get somebody showing you how to do it. It's never when you get there, it never looks quite like what you thought it would. So it does take a little bit of practice, to figure it all out when you get there. But it is quite straightforward, especially if you've got a good memory for sort of the lie of the land, that sort of thing. So that's it. That's getting all the stuff. And so, lastly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a Medusa. You can. It takes about 10 minutes. I've done it in real time. I'm not going to edit it, so you can watch it if you want, or you can skip parts of it. I give commentary while I'm doing it. So you can see how it all works, and you see how easy it is. If you just follow the procedure, you will have success. It's when you try and get too clever. I mean, I've got all this from trial and error, and I tried to get too clever too many times, and did get into some trouble. I've only been blown up once, and that was from a Hydra. So I was shooting a Hydra, and I was doing okay, following my plan. But on the way back to the landing pad, I was quite a long way from it, to repair. It followed me down, shooting me, and then the other one joined. There's always two at the beginning. The other one joined in, so I've got two Hydras on me, and 5 scouts were also following me down, shooting me all the time. But by the time I got to the pad, I was out, and I nearly made it, but not enough. So it's Elite Dangerous for a reason, but that's doing Hydras. And again, as long as you're quick, careful, and organised, you won't get in any trouble. It's when you panic that it all goes wrong. And I probably did panic a little bit because I knew I was going down fast and I didn't land very well and stuff like that. So that's it. And so I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not going to say any more. If you've got any comments, write them down. If you've got any questions, write them down. I always answer questions that people ask. And the comments, if you found better ways of doing it, then write them down. We share the knowledge. I don't do this for money. I just do it to help other people to get the enjoyment out of the game that I do. So, if other people want to contribute their ideas, we pull them and then make another video and show people how to do it. So, be nice if other people could help contribute a little bit. So after that, I'll see you in another video. So I'll do that one more time. Heat sink to cool that down. Oh, we've got a Medusa. This is going to be fun. So I'm going to show you how to do a Medusa. So they do a lot of damage to you. So basically with a Medusa, it's just shoot them, and then every time you get down to 60% hull, run back for repairs. So we've got to get his heart out first. I haven't done a Medusa with these ones yet. So you see how quickly the hull's going down. I'm just going to try and get that heart, that's it, straight to the station. Don't hang about. So just keep boosting. But you don't want to get shut down when you're boosting, obviously. And at the start of an instance, you do see a lot of shutdowns. It's lightning, you don't have to worry about lightning, it doesn't do you very much. That's when you don't have 2% or something. But just, there he is, get out of the way, get to the station. It's slowing me down at the moment. Alright, there we go. So, all the time now, his shields are going down by themselves, so I don't have to do anything. That saves a lot of messing about. So, got my docking permission, landing gear. And gravity at these planets sometimes makes landing a little bit difficult. So if it looks like I'm going all over the place, it's not because I'm stupid. Well, probably is, but you get these like tidal waves that pick you up and throw you off the landing pad sometimes. So what I do now is find that Medusa. There he is there. So he's at 87% at the moment. If that was a basilisk, he'd be at 84%. if it was a Cyclops, it would be 80%. So when you're shooting a Cyclops and you shoot that first heart and you see 84% hull, you know it's a Basilisk. That's really the only way to tell unless you scan them first. Now the reason I have the Xeno scanner, because it gives this information. You can see, I can see its shields and I can see its hull. I didn't scan it, that just comes automatically. So he's lost his shields now, so let's go and get him again. It's quite high up. So this is quite a long iterative process. You have to get one heart at a time. So just go up there, shoot the next heart, just like I did, and then come back again. So I hope you don't get missiled in the meantime by these scouts. Straight up to him. It's the same process as Basilisk, but with these shard cannons, you can get just about all the. You can kill it in one go. With the old plasmas, used to come back after every 2 or 3 hearts. So what happens after each heart is going to fire missiles, but if you're boosting back to station, they don't even land on you. But even if they do, it doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters. So just got to chase after him. Unfortunately, they're programmed to run away from you all the time, especially when they're high up. So just keep boosting until you catch it. It's the scouts, so we've got a crowd of scouts with them. So same thing, just shoot it until the heart comes out and then shoot it. Remember, you've got 5 shots in each magazine, and then there's a delay. So you want to get like the full salvo at them if you can. No, I don't suppose that matters so much. So when they lightning you, that's a good time to get them. They spin you round, but normally there's a time when you get a shot at the heart. Now here we go. Oh no, it's turned. Oh, rotter. Let's see if we can get it. Energy surge, that's the shutdown field, so we've got to cover that with the neutralizer. You don't want to get shut down when you're fighting the Medusa, ideally. So we've got 5 shots in the magazine. You need to be aware of that all the time. This heart gone in. Let's shoot it for a bit. So hit heat sink to stay cool. There we go. Got it, I think, did I? Yeah. So he's going to try and lightning me again. No problem. So get your pips ready for boosting down. 3 and 3. I mean, I could hang around and try and get the other one, but you've got to get his shields down first, and you take a lot of damage while you do that. It's not worth messing with that. You can see the missiles coming at me. There's 3 of them. I'm just running down to the station. I'm going faster than them, so they can't catch me. So, I'm looking at the distance behind where it says Thargoid Interceptor. You see the distance, so it's following me down, which is a good thing, because you don't want to have to go all the way up there every time to get him. So here we go. Mission. Here is he's 5 kilometers away at the moment. There's another one shooting me at the moment. Doesn't bother me. If you follow this process, it's pretty safe. What you don't want to do is hang about. I think that is him shooting me actually. Yeah, you don't want to hang about too long, because you'd be surprised how quickly you can go down, especially with a Hydra. They're really vicious. But the same process works. The only difference is you can get about half a heart at a time. So you expose the heart or get their shields down and have a good go at it, and then you realise you take too much damage. You come back, prepare, then go back and have another go. Normally the second time you get the heart, and so on. So I can launch straight away if it works. So I've got to find him on here. That's the one. So he's 4 kilometres up at the moment, coming down to shoot me. They often hang around a station to get you as you take off, and you know you lose about 10% hull before you've even had a shot at to get your weapons out absolutely straight away. There he is. Oh, I should have waited until his shields had gone down. So I've just got to shoot him a few times to get his shields down, so I'll take a little bit more damage this time. So the NPCs are getting him all the time, and if he comes to the station takes down his shields. But at least like 3/4 of the work's done so far. Oh, hit us, see, that's his shields gone. So we've got to get into the bubble. Now you have to wait, you can't do anything till the reload happens. Right, try and get his heart out. There it is. Yeah, got it already. So you notice I'm at 70% already. That's how quickly you go down. But as long as you relax and plenty of time, you know, take your time, you'll be okay. So here come the missiles again. Again, no problem. Yeah, I need some Medusas for my next badge. They don't come here very often. You often get 2 basilisks in an instance. Maybe every third instance. So 2 instances you get only Cyclops. Then you get one with 2 basilisks in, and about 1 in 4 you might get a Medusa. I'm quite pleased to see that one. None of them are any. You just follow the same process, but the only difference with the Cyclops, you can get it after the first heart. So, whoops, got to be landing gear. So, I've shown you that one. So it's quite good that we get a Medusa next. You don't have to watch it all the way through if you don't want to. So see how quick it is. Just immediately take back off again. Just the time to turn around on the landing pad. Okay, it's got 63% now. Again, you know, in the beginning I would say wait, because while you're taking down those shields, you are taking damage all the time. So where is he? So it's got 2 NPCs on it. But these shard cannons are awesome. The way they take out a heart, all you got to do is point at it and shoot. It's not as good as the plasmas to take down the shields. So I generally go 114 pips as a default situation. So he's got 20% left, so got 5 might get shields down. There's the shields gone. Get the heart down. 4 Vipers kick lightning. There's the heart out. I can't fire yet because of the reload. So here we go. Let's go the heart. One for that. Back down we go again. A little bit boring, but it works. I'm showing you a safe way to kill these things. That's Medusa. You know, a lot of people are terrified of them. So the next heart will give the shutdown field. So you've got to watch out for that from boosting to the station. There's always the second to last one. There he is, he's followed me down like they normally do. That's why you need to leave fairly soon. You know, you think, oh, you know, I can go down to 40% or something, but the Medusas follow you down. Basilisks not so much. Now, I've killed literally thousands of interceptors since the war started, so I've sort of figured out some of their behaviours. So I know what to do. So I'm just trying to give you my experience as I've got to launch. I think I'm going to the hangar this time. So let's target him. That's him, 48%. So 66% shields at the moment. So I can wait this time a little bit. Is 5 kilometers. What I do sometimes, I just keep an eye on that distance where it says Thargoid interceptor, and it looks like it's staying fairly close. If they start going up to 10 kilometers, then I'll leave just to save a bit of time to try and catch them before they disappear out of sight. Because I've got 14 kilometers range on my sensors. Once they've gone that far, you don't know where they are, and they're so high up you can hardly find them. They will come back down eventually, but it's better not to lose sight. Oh, here we go. So he'll be shooting me before I take off. So there is his gunfire. Just got to wait for the gun. So you see it, look, I'm at 90% already. I've been shot in yet, but it's not a problem because you can always heat sink, always go back and repair again once you've got the bits. Now my cannons have gone out of signals. One shard cannon. You got 5, 4, 1. So what you can do is even them up by firing them all until they're empty. So I'm just going to do that now. I'll fire a heat sink first just to make sure. Just keep firing until they're all reloading. I think that was it. Oh, it's hot out anyway. So I hit another heat sink. I get it. Shoot him. Doesn't do anything. So, pitch back to 3-3 to get back to the station. But this time we're going to hit shutdown field, so we've got to be ready for it. There it is. Hold the button down, pray it works. It doesn't always work. That's it. Now I can get the docking permission. So the missiles are landed this time because I forgot to slow down, but there's no problem. But if it happens a long way away, you've got to come all the way back to the station. So what you've got to do is either burn it off by firing your weapons, or hit silent running and just wait for your temperature to go up. And as soon as it's burnt off, hit a heat sink and come back, go back to normal again. Come on. There we go. Look, it's going all over the place. That's it. So, if I'm lucky, I might get it after the next heart. So, I'll use the technique that I used on the Cyclops. So, where is he now? 11 kilometers. So, I do really need to go as soon as I can. So he's running right. Once he's got to 14 kilometers, he's gone. So he's going to be right up in the sky somewhere. I've got to hunt him down. I'm hoping not to do that. If he came to the station would take his shields down for me and all the NPCs. So let's go and hunt him out. You can see I haven't been in any danger at all, just following a process, an iterative process, which is, a little bit on the boring side, but so it's going to be high up somewhere. Is that it? Oh, it's coming back down again. So, before 1-1 pips. You've got to get his shields down first with the first 5 shots. Now, what you be careful is, on the ground are those Goliath things. You mustn't bump into one of those or shoot one. That's his shields down. So I've used up that reload. Wait for the reload. I could get him on the next one if I'm lucky. One. No, this. No. So his heat sink again. So I should have done a heat sink before just to make sure it's very cool. So he's going to fire missiles now, so what I'm going to do, just run away from them for a bit. Save me having to take the contamination. Because all I've got to do is get those shields down and finish him off now. There's no more hearts. He's got 90% shields at the moment. There's 3 missiles chasing me. So I'm boosting round in a big loop. You can just see them on the radar. They're sort of above and behind me as I go round in a loop. There's 2 gone now. There's the last one. So I'm at 76% hull. He's gone under the ground. They can burrow these these Thargoids. Look, there he